Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Pauline or Miss Duo. I publish videos that focus on travel information, and today I'll be posting a live session that we had on TikTok. Our guest is from Japan, or she's in Japan working as an English teacher, and she is going to guide us on how we can apply for a job in Japan, the process, the requirements, and everything that you'd like to know about migrating to Japan. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. This helps the channel to grow and to reach a wide range of people. And stay tuned.
Okay.
Finally, she's here.
Oh my gosh! What technology? All right.
Okay, so let's tap as we wait for more people to come, and lazima inge happen. I'm so happy.
Aki, shetani ashindwe this one. Thank you so much, Pauline. I'm sorry, everybody, for keeping you waiting, but Manze,
It's okay. So guys, let's share the live and also we tap ndio watu warudi, so that when she start or when we start hakutakuwa na mtu atasema no not now. Kuna kitu inataka kuleta shida hapa. Ndio watu akianza watu wasiseme nimechelewa. So let's tap share the live and welcome her. As we are waiting to compare time as introduce officially. So what you can do right now is just share the live, tap. Yep. And if you have, let me see. Okay, thank you guys for tapping and sharing. Let's to tap, we share. Yeah, and then we'll be good to start. Joy.
Yes. Imagine me too. I was like, oh my gosh, the way we told
people. I had to because I was so dark. Dark clothes, so to buy white. Ati sao hiyo pati ako single. Hata hiyo nitamuuliza. I'll ask that as that will be the last question. That will be the last question for her. So hapo mkae ready. Ndio nikimuuliza, nikijua mfuate mbio. And this is what I'll request you guys. Please follow her on her main account. Hii account amepewa, which is good. I'm so thankful to my friend Dekra.
Yeah.
You've saved me.
So much.
You've saved me.
So much.
You've saved me today. But still, we'll encourage you. You follow her on her main account. At least until next time, akikuja akutakuwa na hizi issues zote, because I'm sure we'll be inviting her regularly. She's a person of many things. Nimeku research. I had to go through everything. And I'm so excited. Like, I'm so motivated. Na nile tu ya so I can do something with myself. I can do something. Kindly pin her account. Can you Joy, wacha nikusumbue. Can you type your nini? Ebu jitag kwa account yako.
Sawa,
Wait guys.
So my account is at It's Jolly Joy. So let me underscore.
We're waiting for the rest to come. Let me try to share also with my other people. Guys, let's tap as we are sharing the live. We'll have like 6 minutes of doing that, and then we'll start officially. And this is Joy now. At least tumekuona. Hata nilipoa venye misbehave, Because you
I'm
could
just
not have seen you. Have seen you.
you know, really quite like, okay, I don't have to get out of bed because I don't have to go live. But oh, okay. Well,
Maybe yeah, we're so happy to see you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. It's actually almost 3 a.m. here, so but it's okay.
We thank you for the sacrifices. You know,
Yeah.
it's not normal to go up at 2 a.m. going live. It's a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, I hope this helps someone. Oh, hi, Conde. Finally, we get to meet.
Yeah. And by the way, before even we start, guys, that is not her TikTok name. She's just using that account temporarily for this live stream. But you can always go to the poster that we posted and just type her name, try to search her account on TikTok and give her a follow, because she has a very good content to share with you guys. So karibu sana.
Yeah, I don't know how to pin her name. I don't know how I can pin her name here.
Okay.
Her other account.
Somebody should write on that there is
Eve, can you try to tag her with her nini? It's underscore Jolly Joy. It's underscore Jolly Joy, and then we'll try to pin it. Niambie venye mse who pin, because I also don't know how to pin someone's account. And as we're doing that, let's keep tapping and invite sharing the live. So Konde, I was saying exactly at 8:40 we can start. We have 5 minutes only, like to.
Yeah, and perhaps as we are waiting for that 8:40.
Not that way. It's underscore.
Yeah, she can type.
Oh, yeah, let me type.
Jolly, can you type? Yeah.
Yes, let me. So it's Jolly it's Jolly
somebody
Joy.
Type. It's Jolly Joy. Yeah, it's Jolly Joy.
Mungai not yet.
No, Stan who? Stan got it. Stan.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I don't know how to pin it. Mtu anapiningi aje, by the way. How do you pin? How do you pin the nini? How can I pin it?
Hapo kwa Q&A. Type the name at the Q&A, then you can pin it. Unaona kwa Q&A?
Niende kwa conversation ama pool.
Sorry?
Wait. A minute only. Let me check.
The Q&A that we normally do.
It's on Interact. Sindio, Interact.
Interact, yeah.
And then niende kwa conversation. And then what should I do now?
Type the name. Type her name there. Then you can pin it.
I cannot type. I don't know why.
You can. You have to erase whatever is there. Then you type her name. That's how it's being done.
No, nikiclick inaleta nini ingine. Let me accept someone. Maybe atanielezea.
Cheki, unafai kuopen Q&A yako umefunga. Ifungue. Ndio sisi tu text ndio uweze kupin.
How do I open it?
Juu kwa side yangu mimi sioni, like it's locked.
So what should I do?
Kwa settings.
Your settings zako fungua Q&A ndio mtu atype hapo alafu ndio pin. Because it's off.
I cannot see that.
Kuna mtu ametype. Huyo mwenye ametype guza hapo, huyo ameka love. Jaribu ya huyo mwenye ametext sahi. User. Hebu jaribu kupin ya user.
Yeah.
Kwa ya user.
So user Shareo, I don't know.
Yeah, user 267 ame type. Japo ndio Q&A.
But I cannot do anything. Hata Kenya ametype si jina yake. It's not the name.
So mwenye anaona side yako Q&A, mwambie type hivyo. Juu mimi side yangu sioni ndio uweze kupin. Juu kama mtu haja type uweze pin.
It's okay for now. Let's do this. Let's just continue as we wait. Sindio?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ama
it.
kenye tunafanya Pauline, tunaweza kwa akiongeongea kiasi ana type jina yake watu wanamfollow juu kama sasa ita waste two time. So I think yako imefunga. Okay, let me drop down.
Thank you, Dekra.
Thank you so much, Queen Dekla. So let's go. Let's start. Where are we starting?
We start with introduction. So for me, you know me, naitwa Pauline, and today I'll be hosting my friend. I'll give her time to tell you her name, her real name, who she is, and also I have Konde Kenya. I'll also give him a chance to introduce himself. So let's start with you, Konde, and then Shtape and enjoy the chance.
My name is Konde Kenya, like she has mentioned, here on TikTok. You can give me a follow, and I'll be here as a co-host, just to help move this interview. So basically that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Konde. So, Joy, the floor is yours. We want to know about you. Tell us a little bit about your name, what you do, everything about you. Just make it brief.
Okay, so thank you so much, Pauline, and thank you so much, Konde, and thank you so much, all the wonderful people who are joining us today. So my name is Joy Wanjiro, and I am Kenyan, and I currently teach. Okay, first of all, I'm a graduate from the University of Nairobi. I did communication and psychology, but currently I'm working in Japan as an English teacher. So I'm in this side of central Japan, and what else? Okay, if I have left anything, please feel free to ask me. But I'm also a mental health advocate. I'm very, very passionate about mental health, and that's one of the other things that I talk about. And also, I forgot to bring my book. Yes, I'm also an author of the book Stories by the Fireplace, first edition, and we are doing second edition, by the way, because we've covered 7 communities from Kenya. You know those stories you were told by your grandparents, and they're fading away slowly by slowly because, our kiddos are no longer going to shags to listen to their grandparents. And actually, they're no longer, those shows that used to tell us those stories, they've become .com. They're the ones that, they're now traveling the world. So now those are the stories that we've been documenting. And yeah, we have a beautiful book. You can find it on Amazon, Stories by the Fireplace.
Wow. So we have a lot to talk about. I think an hour will not be even enough because we have to talk about your passion in writing the books, and then we have to talk about your career as an English teacher. We have to talk about immigration. But I think today, this night, we are going just to tackle about immigration, right? How you migrated from Kenya to Japan, and how was the journey, and what inspired you even to start thinking about moving there, and how are you finding it, like settling there? So I pass the mic to Pauline, our host.
Okay, thank you, Konde, for helping me. So, Jolie, the first thing I want to there's something that you have not said. Apart from Japan, have you been somewhere? Have you worked somewhere else as a teacher?
Oh yeah, actually, so in 2019, before this whole pandemic came, I was in Vietnam. But in Vietnam, I was not working as a teacher. I was working for a company. So I was doing marketing. And while in Vietnam, I met a lot of people who are teaching English. So, and I got interested because I was like, actually my job, I was working in a media company as a, marketing exec, but I was not being paid as much as the teachers were earning. I was like, hey, okay. So I was like, hey, so that's why I actually got the secret of, people actually, travel to teach English. So when I went back to Kenya, I went back to Kenya beginning of just beginning of 2020. So I was going back so that I prepare now to go back to Vietnam. But who is COVID? COVID arrived and everything was closed, and I was not able to go back to Vietnam. But what I was doing, and actually, I lost my job actually beginning of 2020. So when I got back, my boss said, "Hi, COVID has come. We are closing office." So I was again stuck in Kenya. But you know what I did? I just decided to do online courses. Actually, let me say this out there because probably this may encourage someone. I had to move back to my mom's house because I lost my job. I couldn't afford to pay my rent because I had my apartment where I had everything, much as I was working in Vietnam. So I was still paying my apartment. So, but when I came and COVID came and my job has ended and I'm like, hiya, I have no more money to pay rent. So imagine umetoka majuu, what you expect umekuja na $1, then you're moving back to your mother's house. Hey, so that was a bit, that was honestly a bit depressing. But while at home, I wondered, okay, I have internet. What can I do? So I decided to learn these small online courses. And do you know what I've done from 2019? Okay, from 2020 until I came to Japan early this year, I was actually teaching. I was an online tutor for a child who was living in Europe.
Wow.
So I was basically teaching them. I started teaching them English and Bible. And then alikuwa na walimu wengine, other teachers were math, science, but the other teachers left. And then he was like, oh, the parents were like, are you able to teach science? And I'm like, why science and math? I've never taught, but I was like, I can try because it's elementary. So I just went through the content. Okay, the good thing it's the homeschooling program, so it has like all day. So my only thing is to guide and to guide the child to do the test. And I just gave it a chance, and actually it ended up being my main job. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, 2020, 2021.
Okay, Joy. So before we go to the next question, I need to ask you something. How did you get the online job? The online teaching job?
The online teaching job I got it. Wacha niseme tu ni sababu ya mdomo kuongea. Because I went to a Zoom meeting. I was in a Zoom meeting. It was a fellowship. And this guy sent me a message and said, hey, how are you? Oh, what are you doing? So the message moved from the Zoom meeting and to Facebook, and we chatted, and I told him what I'm doing. And he's like, oh, by the way, my son is looking, and I'm looking for someone who can teach my son, for now, because, COVID has happened and we are doing homeschooling. Manzi nikasema, yes, I can do it, and that's how basically I ended up getting the job. So that was nothing about my qualification, actually. It was just about, someone reaching out and, asking me, oh, can you? And I said, yes, why not? So, yeah, that's how I got it.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Akonde, do you have a question for her?
Yeah, there is something that she mentioned that is so interesting. And I believe that many people might be interested in it. And it's something to do with her course, online courses that she did. Most of the time, sometimes when you want to enroll yourself in a certain course, there are so many things to look out for. And I wanted to know, was it when we were doing these courses, were you having some thoughts in your mind that I'm doing this because I have a chance of having a connection for a certain job? Or were you just doing it without even expecting anything out of it? And those courses, were you paying for them? Because you mentioned something about you coming back home, then moving to your mom's house because you were unable to pay the rent and to cater for your needs because haukuwa na do. So sometimes somebody might be in the same situation right now. Maybe perhaps they are watching this live right now, and they are like, they were stuck somewhere, and then they heard about that incident of you enrolling to a course. My question is, were you paying for them, or somebody were paying those courses for you, or because unafanya for free, then you are just paying for the certificates? I want you just to explain a little bit more about that.
Okay. Now, the courses I did, they were for free. Coursera, I think most of us know Coursera, and it offers a lot of free courses. So that's where I did most of my courses. And I was doing, I was picking things that are around my area of interest, like psychology, mental health, and social emotional learning. And also, that's actually the time I also did my TEFL certificate. That's the TEFL certificate that Pauline keeps talking about. So if you haven't done it, please, it's very helpful. If you want to be a teacher, that is, if you want to be an English teacher. And while doing these courses, I was actually idle because I didn't have a job and I'm home. But I was like, okay, what do I have? I have internet. Okay, let me do something that can keep me busy at the moment and also just improve my skills. You never know what comes along and how you may use that little certificate. So yeah, most of these courses I did are actually free. I never paid for any. Oh, sorry, the only one I paid for was the TEFL certificate. Yeah, because that one, I don't think you can get TEFL for free, honestly.
Okay, do you have a website that you can recommend for TEFL?
Yeah, so I did mine at International TEFL. Wait, International TEFL. Okay, sorry. let me remember the name of that. Okay, hold on. I'll get the name. Okay, I'm forgetting the name. I'm confusing with all these
Okay,
other
I'll
TEFLs.
continue. Okay, so because the main reason we came here today was to know on how we can migrate to Japan and job opportunity. So my next question is, what kind of jobs opportunities are there in Japan apart from teaching? Do we have any other jobs opportunities?
Yes. Okay. I actually recently came across a lady who is doing farming. So she's from Sri Lanka and she's here for farming. She got a job as a farmer and she works in the farms. So that includes harvesting or basically everything that has to do with farming. That's what I have come across. But I think because I've mostly interacted with teachers, so teaching is well known because it's the big thing here that people come here for. Yeah, but are there other jobs? Yes, there are. There are so many jobs here for sure.
Okay, so on the same question, I'll ask you something else. Do we have agents in Kenya who bring people to Japan, or you have to go there by yourself?
Okay, agents, I would honestly say Japan is very straightforward and also very strict. That's one thing I have to say. Straightforward and strict. So I'll talk about education. Teaching English because that's where I have experience in. And when I mean by straightforward is you have to apply and it has to be clean application. So again, it's very straightforward. So we don't have agents. I haven't come across agents myself, and I would not recommend. But there are companies that employ. Actually, Pauline, if for those who have checked out my YouTube video, there's a YouTube video that I have mentioned the companies that actually hire from abroad, and I have put the links on that video. And guess what? Someone applied. I was talking to someone today who applied, and they had an interview today with one of the companies called Borderlink.
Wow.
So they had an interview, and they said it was very successful. And I'm just really hoping that they get picked. So honestly, if you're interested, the information is out there for anyone who is interested to just go and apply. So yes, there are so many companies that employ. They do the recruitment. But they're not agents because they don't ask you to pay an amount. They employ you to work for them. Just like the way, I know the way people go to Qatar, but you have to pay some amount. Here, there's no paying. You apply. If you get selected, the company will bring you here with a work permit, and then you work for the company.
So this.
Thank you. Sorry to cut you short. Before even you continue, I just want to let people know that this live is for all of us. The information is power, and the information is the key. So just write your question. For those who are watching, you can use the comment section to write your question. We will look at them. If we see any question that is of importance that needs an answer, we will ask the guest if she can answer the question. If you will not be, she cannot answer your question, you can always go back to her YouTube channel and also give her a follow on TikTok. She can answer you later on. I just wanted to let them know. Continue.
Okay, there are some people who are asking your YouTube channel name. Can you kindly tell them the name?
Yeah, actually, I can see someone has actually sent it. Mindspace with Jolly Joy.
Mindspace with Joy.
Yeah.
Jolly
And if
Joy.
you go to and if you go to my TikTok, it's Jolly Joy. You will see the icon for YouTube, and if you click on it, it will take you right there. And please subscribe. Yes.
Yeah, they should subscribe and watch at the same time. Watching is very important. Okay, thank you so much, Joy. So my other question will be, what are the immigration requirements?
Okay, so the immigration requirements to Japan, first of all, okay, I think to answer this question is best if I say, what are the requirements that you would be required to have? What is so if you get an employer as a teacher, what are they going to need of you? So, like I said, I saw someone actually ask this question on the comment section. Do I need, am I a professional teacher? Like, did I study education? No, I did not. I did my degree in UON, University of Nairobi, and it was in communication and psychology. So you don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to be a teacher to teach English or to work in Japan, but you just need to have degree. Your degree can be in any field. It can be in engineering, it can be in nursing, it can be in journalism, it can be in any field. So you're not required to be a teacher to work here as an English teacher. So that's the good news. Number two, so that's the first thing, have a degree. The second thing, it's good to have a Tefl certificate. Again, studying Tefl, and I would not recommend you to buy the certificate. I would recommend you to study. It's very simple and straightforward. And I think that certificate, mine, I paid $19. $19 is 1,900, I think. And yeah, I remember calling the school. For me, I did it online in a school called International Open Academy. So International Open Academy, they have many short courses. So, and I did that. And there's also, so there are so many of those, but I would recommend that. And they have, the other thing is also they're very cheap, because the others charge maybe a little bit higher, but there are so many. So if you just type on Google Tefl, you will find so many schools. Okay, so now the second requirement is have a Tefl certificate. Tefl certificate, why is it important? It helps you to learn how to teach English as a second language. So you get the skills. How do you manage a school? How do you integrate yourself in a new culture and all that? So I found those classes very helpful for me. And then the other thing you need for Japan is you need to be of age between 20 and 60. So that's the age limit. Between 20 and 60, I think that's a good age. And that's a good age gap. So if you're 55, you can still apply. Yes, if you're in your 40s, you're not too late, you can apply. And so those are the most important things. But you also need your police clearance. Yes, they'll ask you for your criminal record. Police clearance is also very important. Okay, those are the major ones. But I also say in Japan, it's an advantage if you have a driving license. So if you have your driver's license, that's an advantage, because most of the jobs you get, maybe they're in remote places and you'll be required to drive. So of course we have the trains and they're very convenient, but you find maybe the place where the train drops you, it's a bit far. And if you get a good employer, they'll actually give you a car, and you just need to, they'll give you a company car, and you can just drive. So for Japan, those are just the main requirements. So, and I think these are not really hard things for people to have. A degree, if you have a degree, you can do a Tefl certificate, and you have the age limit. So, yeah.
Okay, there's something I want to correct. Her YouTube name is Mindspace with Jolly Joy, not only Joy, Jolly Joy. because I saw someone saying they can't find it. Mungai, I need you to correct the name. It's Mind Space with Jolly Joy, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
So, do you have any question?
Yeah, I've
for
seen
her?
people asking about. You mentioned about if it's good if you have a degree, but some people are asking what of a diploma? What if they have diploma?
Okay. Now for diploma, I am not so sure what to say about diploma because the other advantage, if you have a diploma and it's in education, then that may be an advantage. If you have diploma and it's in education. But if it's not in education, then that may be a challenge because they require you to have a degree. So unless maybe you're looking for other opportunities. Okay, actually, let me just mention this. For those who have you can also try international schools because international schools, some of them, they actually hire babysitters. They hire people to like babysit children. Okay, and another opportunity in Japan, maybe for those who are interested, is caregivers. So they also have caregivers, just like where we have Canada and US having caregivers. So, but this one, let me not say much because I have not researched, but maybe in future I will do my research and maybe come back and let people know. But I know there's that also, there's that option. Caregivers where actually they take you to a school, you learn, and then you go through training, and then after that you get employed.
Okay, Jolly, I don't know how long you have stayed there in Japan, but out of your own experience, what is that added value? I mean, added advantage, like advantage that one will have. Let's say if you have a degree or you have, you said having a driving license is one of the advantages also. So what is apart from those two, what is another thing that maybe if one has from your own experience of you being there, that if one can say that it will be easier for him maybe to secure a job and even to get other opportunities as well in Japan?
That's a very good question. The one added advantage is to actually learn Japanese. So if you learn Japanese, Japanese is really difficult. I'm learning Japanese right now, but oh my gosh, it's a bit of a challenge. But if you can hack to learn the language, then you're definitely at an advantage because people are hired as translators. And also, you can work in companies because if you were to work in the factories and in the companies, then the biggest advantage here would be to learn the language, to speak the language. For English teachers, you're not required to speak Japanese, so that's the advantage. But if you were to work in other organizations, you need to be able to speak the language. So if you can be able to, then that's good. Actually, the Japanese embassy in Kenya, when I was just about to come here, actually when I was coming, they had started some free classes, Japanese classes for those who are interested. So you can check out and see if you're interested, you can begin to learn because they actually do them on Zoom and they are absolutely free. I think they run them for about 3 months. So I think that would be an advantage. So if you can learn the language, then that's a good place to start.
Thank you so much, Joy. So I have something. I need you to confirm something. So with teaching, you need to have a bachelor degree, right? In any field.
Yes.
And what about is Japanese language a requirement, or you don't need to know how to speak Japanese?
It's not a requirement.
So did you apply your visa in Kenya or they sent you the visa?
I applied my visa in Kenya, but the employer has to send you. There's some documents that the employer has to send you, and I think they have to send you by posta or DHL. Then with those, you can be able to go to the embassy and apply for your visa.
So apart from those documents that they are going to send to you from Japan, you yourself in Kenya, what else do you need to present to the embassy for you to get the visa?
Okay, I remember I did that video as well, but you need okay, like the things that you need your your passport. They ask you for some pictures, and okay, let me just try to remember roughly from my head. But mostly the embassy will need you need to get the vaccine. So I was required to get the vaccine, the PCR. And most of these other things were basically those things that my employer sent me, like the employment certificate, employment signed copy of my contract. There's also certificate of eligibility. That there's something called certificate of eligibility from Japan that you have to get from your employer. So yeah, so basically those were the things that I needed.
Okay, so for example, if you're going to teach in Thailand, mostly we do present our bachelor degree and transcript to the embassy for us to get the visa. Does it happen the same way for Japan? Do you have to present your bachelor degree and transcripts?
No, I did not need to do that.
So I have a very, I don't know how to put out this question. So how do they certify? How do they make sure that your bachelor degree is real?
Yeah, I wanted to ask the same question.
Oh, how do they certify? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop here and say this, because I think this is very important to highlight. So the first time I applied for Japan, I applied with a recruitment company that is called Interac. Interac is very huge recruiter here in Japan. So
Jolie, sorry to cut you short.
Yes.
If you don't mind, can you type that recruitment company on the name of the recruitment company on the comment section?
All right.
It might be of a help to somebody.
Yeah, and those who are saying they've missed the live, she's not going to repeat, but I'm going to post this live session on my YouTube channel, and I might also share a copy of the live to her, and you can also check it on her YouTube channel too. So no worries at all.
Okay. All right. Good. I see some people already have it.
Yeah.
So and yeah, these things we are talking about, I have attached all the links of the recruiters in Japan in my YouTube video, so you can watch and you'll find it. So in 2021, I applied. Actually, 2020, I applied with Interac. And where did I meet Interac? On LinkedIn. So I was searching for jobs in Japan, and I came across LinkedIn. Interact in LinkedIn, and I applied. They had explained the application process, and I sent in my application. And so for Interact, because they have a process of the stages they take you through before they give you the job. So the first stage was sending my application, and after they said, "Oh, we have received your application, we'll get you back to you in about a week." After 1 week, they said, "Oh, we have scheduled a physical a video interview." So there was a video interview, and after the video interview, they told me, "We will tell you if you have passed." And they said, "We liked your video interview and you passed." Then after that, they said, "We need your certificates." So I had to send them my, I had to go back to the University of Nairobi and get a copy of my certificate, and it got certified. So it got certified, and I had to send it physically by poster to them. So that was a very important stage. And this is what Interact will tell you. You need to send those documents, and they will be able to verify by themselves. So now that was Interact. So how did I not go with Interact? Is because Japan has been locked actually from 2020. It was recently opened in March this year, and that's how actually I was able to travel. So Interact was not able to bring me. But while I was waiting for Interact to bring me, I continued to apply. I continued applying, and now I got a private school. So currently this is a private hire, and I work in a training center. So training center is where you say, in Japan we call it eikawa. So eikawa means you teach after school students. So I don't teach the normal school. So for me, my work begins at 2 p.m. to around 8 p.m. So I teach elementary students, and I teach high school students. And in the evening, I have classes with adults. So I have basically teach everyone. So yeah, so for my private recruiter, the private recruiter did not ask me for all these verifications. So that's the lucky thing about that. So it's all different, but so actually the only person who asked me for my certificate was my employer, but my employer had to take my certificate to the government. It's called the Ministry of Justice, for them to verify my certificate and to be able to give me the certificate of eligibility. So how they do it, I don't know, but it's interesting because at the embassy they didn't ask me for any of that.
Thank you so much, Jolie. Sorry, Pauline, before you come in, thank you so much, Jolie. I have a question, actually, based on what you said about working hours. You know, in foreign countries, some foreign countries, when you go there, their labor law are different. Are different. Like sometimes you're not required to do like a side hustle. You understand? You might be working maybe a half a day, but then the rest of the day you just use them to maybe it will just go to waste because the labor law is not labor law of that country is not allowing you to work, to do a side hustle or to do another job. Like for Europe, I understand that in Europe somebody can be employed in 2 different companies or 3 different companies as long as the timing is not interfering with his job or her job in other companies. So I just wanted to know about Japan. Is it the same case whereby the labor law is like you can do your job and then you can do a side hustle? Or tell us about some of the laws, labor law there.
Okay, that's a good question actually, because that depends on the company. That depends on the employer, because I know, like I have friends who are employed in the JET program. So the JET program is a government program that actually brings teachers from abroad. So that program does not allow their teachers to work outside. You know, they don't allow you to have like side gigs, but a company like Interact, they allow you to do that. So they're not strict. So the country itself does not have those laws, but it depends with the company, with the employer. Some employers will say, oh, don't work for anyone else. Or some employers would say, okay, you're free to work with anyone else so long as these hours, they are ours because we are the ones who are sponsoring your visa. So yeah, so again, that depends on the employer. So it's very important for everyone to be able to, like, as you apply, check keenly and understand what are the requirements and what are the requirements of what does the company require. So that's what I would say.
Okay, so Joy, you said that you got there was this company that you met on LinkedIn, right? Interact.
Yeah.
What about your second job? Now the job where you're working, how did you get to apply for that job?
So interestingly, a friend of mine forwarded me the job. They saw it advertised. Okay, again, there are Facebook groups where you find that private employers post like jobs, and it's good to join these groups, by the way, guys. Jobs in Japan, teachers in Japan. So those groups, you find private employers will go there. They quickly need someone and they don't have time to go and advertise, so they go there. So, and a friend forwarded me and say, hey, check this out. And quickly I applied. When someone tells me, check this out, I apply ASAP. So, and that's how I ended up getting the job here.
Yeah, so thank you so much. And it's good that you said when someone forwards a job advert for you, stop asking how much is the salary.
Yeah.
Can you give me your WhatsApp number? I need to know what's happening. You're supposed to apply for that job. You have the email address, you have everything. Apply, and then other question will come after. Because that's you don't know when the opportunity comes. It might come once and it's gone. So thank you so much,
Yeah,
Joy.
actually,
So
Pauline, sorry, let me just mention this. Like I said, I met Interact on LinkedIn, and right now I see every day they are employing. They are looking for applications. So if you guys go to Interact page, you will actually see they are open for 2 applications. And who is looking for these applications? Who is applying? You know, it's anyone who's interested. You know, I never imagined I would come to Japan, but when I sent in that application, it was accepted. I was surprised. Hey, yeah, okay. Once I was surprised, oh, you mean these things in LinkedIn actually work? So I was like, okay, yeah, so that worked because we have a lot of South Africans here. We have some Nigerians here, you know, and very few Kenyans. So let's take advantage of these opportunities. They are ours. They are for everyone.
okay, so Jackson is asking, what was your total cost? But before you answer that, I would like to say something. So if you're here and you're listening, it's very easy to have a LinkedIn account. You just need to go download. They have an app actually right now. You download the app. It's called LinkedIn, and just create a profile. It's the same way you create a Facebook profile. But now with LinkedIn, you have to fill in your qualification, your experience, your hobbies, and all that, everything about you, anything that you think it will sell you. And then from that, you start interacting with other people, you start connecting, and that's how you get to find job in LinkedIn.
Yes,
Maybe
that's true.
maybe 2050. Stop joking. Okay, let's continue. No, I wanted to ask a question, by the way, about Interact. Yeah?
Interact, yes.
Interact. Okay. I want to ask a question about Interact. Is it you have to apply only those who are skilled can apply for it, or non-skilled also? Because we have a lot of non-skilled workers or people who have no qualifications. Like you don't have, most of the time when we're having a live here discussing about this issue, some people, they will come here and they will say, can I get how can I go to Netherlands? How can I go to Canada? When you ask them what you want to go to do there, they will tell you that any job. You understand? So any job means that this person doesn't know what he wants or what she wants. Anything that comes her way, she will take it. So do these people have a chance? Because somebody might be listening here and maybe they want to give it a try.
Okay, I would say, I think for Interact, they also require you to have a degree.
Yes.
So that's the thing. They also require you to have a degree, that's for sure. So yeah, I don't know what I can say more, how to help our brothers with that, our brothers and sisters who don't have that. But like I said, I'll do more research. I'll look more at what other jobs are available here, and yes, I'll be so happy to share. I mean, I always say, if opportunities are there, I cannot take them all. I can only take one. So if there's anything that I come across, I'll definitely share with you guys.
Please, guys, don't.
Okay, the reason why I asked that question is because we are talking about Interact, but we are not talking about the requirement also for you to, for you to even fill that form, right? For you to get recruited in Interact. Yeah. So it's important for you to know you should have a degree. Degree is a requirement, so that's okay.
Yeah.
So Jackson was asking about the cost. How much it costed you from moving from Kenya to where you are right now?
Okay, so again, I'll say this is interesting. Okay, I wanted to say this also, Mr. Konde, that again, remember, teaching jobs are not just in Japan. Pauline is in Thailand. Actually, because I was actively interested in working abroad, I applied in China as well and got an interview, but the problem was COVID. I couldn't travel, and Hong Kong as well. So I kind of had like 4 interviews where there were job offers, but the restrictions with COVID and all that. So I let go the jobs. So what am I saying? The jobs are actually available and they are there. So people, the only thing is apply. Now back to your question. Actually, I've forgotten your question, Konde.
Okay.
The question was the
Sorry.
total cost.
You can sip a glass of water.
Give us 2 minutes.
Some comments
Okay.
are so funny. My question was actually it's not my question. The question is from the comment section, and it's from the guy that we respect so much because he's also our
the
co-host.
amount.
Yeah, the amount, the cost.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, again, people, every employer is different. For example, the JET program, like I said, the JET program is a program that the government that hires and brings people from abroad. So the last I checked, the JET program is not in Kenya. It was active once, but I don't know if it's been revived. But the advantage with the JET program, they pay for your everything. So they basically pay for your whole process to your ticket and coming here. But for Interact, they'll need you to take care of your costs and all that. Again, you get Borderlink, they probably okay, I'm not sure if it's Borderlink or which one, but others, they'll tell you, okay, we'll pay your airfares, but tutakukata kwa mshahara. Others will say, we will pay for your airfares, but you will refund us half. Yes. So, and for private employers, some of them will say, okay, we will pay for your everything. So it really, really depends. I can't compare situations because it depends with the employer. So these are the questions that we get to ask, like when you get that interview, and they get to explain to you, oh, are you ready? Actually, some employers like Interact, they'll ask you, are you ready to, are you able to afford your airfares from wherever you're coming from to here? Because that is something you need to take care of. Yeah.
Okay, so before I go, there's a question I've seen here. I don't know. So there's someone who is asking, this account is not hers. We had to find someone else to help her with the account. She has her own account, which doesn't have a lot of followers, and we are requesting you guys to follow her. So if you can tag her there on the comment section, please do so for people to follow her. And because time is going, we have like 9 minutes just to make sure that it's 1 hour exactly. I have maybe the last question. What are your experience as an African working in Japan?
Wow, okay. Japan is amazing. Honestly, I would say Japan, first of all, is beautiful. And the good thing about Japan is people are so welcoming and they are so kind. I haven't seen people, looking at you, in a weird way because you're African or because you're Black. That's been the most, the one thing that I have really loved about Japan. Again, Japan is one of the safest countries that, is rated as one of the safest countries in the world for women. So, yeah, that's the beautiful thing about Japan. It's safe and it's just so good. You won't have, again, Japanese people are very well-mannered. According to the Japanese culture, you don't stare at people. So even when you're walking around, you won't see people staring at you or, looking at you so that's the good thing about Japan. You will live comfortably. People are so kind and willing to help you. So, yeah, that's what I would say. I think so far I have enjoyed being in Japan.
Yeah, gifters, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the people who are sending in gifts. But before even I let Pauline to ask another question, there is something that came up in my mind and I really need to ask, because maybe somebody might be asking himself or herself the same question. As a resident, I believe that you are having a residence visa now, right? Or a working permit. So
yes.
We have these countries whereby we can go there with a visit visa and then try to secure a job from within. Like you get a visit visa, you go there, then you hustle to find a job. Is it the same with Japan? Like, can you host somebody? Because maybe sometimes somebody can afford a ticket and maybe he might need, like you, a Kenyan working there. You know, some countries restrict you from hosting somebody if you are a resident. Like your visa, it's only for you to stay there to work there. You cannot host anybody. You understand? In some of the countries. I don't know if that applies to Japan as well. You got my question,
actually,
right?
Yes, I got your question. Okay. Honestly, I would be so happy to host anyone who is coming here. That would be just my joy. I would love, the good thing I have a 2-bedroom house, so I have a spare room to host anyone who's coming. I actually have a friend who's waiting to come when the borders open. The problem is right now, the borders are not open for tourists. So you cannot currently come as a tourist in Japan. Because of the COVID restrictions. So I don't know when they will open, but sure, I will keep you guys updated on that when they open. And I also need to find out if you can travel here as a tourist and get a job. I need to find, I'll do more research. Let me not say I know about that for now, but yeah, I'll find out more about that and probably do a video about it.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
but if
much.
anyone is coming to
There's a
Japan,
question.
Yeah, and I
There's
think
a
we will.
question someone asked. Okay, Conde.
yeah.
No, I just wanted to say that we will have to host her again, maybe some other time also, because we have a lot to cover. We cannot finish this night.
So this is what I'll say. We have 5 minutes. If you have any question, you can ask on the comment section, like a good question. And there's another question I need to ask you. Are you single? That was asked by one of my friends. And he told me, like, I need to ask you that question.
Well, the good thing about being a teacher is sometimes you meet students. So you meet students and you know, okay, they take you out for dates, and the next thing is
So what are
anyway. So sorry, guys, I'm not single.
She's not single. Yeah, she's not single.
So I hope she's
yeah,
not
so
single.
wale ambao walikuwa wanasema very important. Let me see.
There's someone who is asking, nilisomea procurement, can I teach?
Yes, absolutely, you can, so long as you have a degree here.
Okay, so if you have any question, we can wrap it out, like Ulize, and then she will try to answer some of your questions, so that exactly at what time? 9:30.
So we have only 2 minutes, I think, right?
Yeah. No. So we have like 4 minutes.
4 minutes. So I would like to give Jolie this chance to tell us about her social media handles. Very important. And also if there is any other means of communication that she can allow people to communicate with her, like let's say an email address or a phone number if she wants to. So Jolie, this is your chance. Just speak to them. We have more than 125 people watching you right now.
Wow. Okay. First of all, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I really hope this information has been helpful. And please apply, because these opportunities are there for us to take. So my social media handle is I'm always Shiro Jolly Joy on Instagram, and of course TikTok it's Jolly Joy, and Mindspace with an underscore. With an underscore, yes.
It's underscore, then Jolly Joy.
Yes, it's Jolly Joy. So you can send me a message, an inbox on my TikTok. I will do my best to respond because I have received so many messages. If I have not responded, usijali, I will still get to you. I'll still respond. I'll do my best to respond to you. So yes, feel free to send me an inbox on Instagram, Chiro Jolly Joy, or TikTok. Yes, that account. And my email is actually mindspace@gmail.com. Mindsafe space. So again, okay, I don't want to give my number. Maybe let me not give my number. I think, but if you send me an inbox, yeah, I'll do my best to respond.
There's a comment there by Kate. She's asking, do Japanese marry black women?
Do Japanese? Yes, they do. I have a friend I met a lady from Uganda who's married to a Japanese man. So yes, they do. Ukienda kule Tinder utawapata.
Wakenya mnaambiwa kuhusu kazi mpate pesa, mnaanza kuuliza kuhusu kuolewa.
Ile wimbo inakuanga imeimbwa, ule demu alikuwa ametoka Japan, alikuwa ameenda Japan kusoma, akarudingi na Mjapanese ama.
Unauliza Jolly Joy.
That's very common.
So with that we'll get tutatoka ngia topic. What wataanza kuuliza, how can you import a car from Japan? I think those are questions for other day.
Okay, let's do that topic another day. But Toyota is very next to me, so yeah, I'd be happy to find you.
So, Joy, there's something else I need you to tell people. I've gone through your social media handles, and I know you have a book, and also in Amazon. Actually, I'm going to purchase it. So, let me tell people about it.
Yes, so Stories by the Fireplace. Like I said earlier, it's stories that we were told by our grandparents. So we are doing. We did a compilation of 7 communities, and it's amazing. That's an amazing story. Actually, I got invited to the city hall here in Japan to go and read the stories to children, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah! So I'm excited. Yeah, and the good thing is we are doing volume 2. So if you'd like to participate in volume 2 for your community, that is if your community is not covered and you have stories you'd like to be featured in the 2nd edition, yeah, please reach out to me and we'll be able to talk.
Konda, you should do that. I don't think I know. I told you I didn't know about your community.
Jolly.
Yes.
I just want to thank you for your time. Actually, we are not taking it for granted. For like you coming here and sharing your life experience and even sharing, giving us information about how we can secure a job in Japan. It's not something that we take it for granted. Like, we thank you so much for your time. And given the fact that it's already like 3 a.m. right now in Japan.
It's 4 a.m. right now.
3:30.
Yeah, we appreciate you so much. May God bless you, and always feel welcome to come back, guys. Go and search for It's Jolly Joy. Give her a follow. Go to her YouTube channel. Subscribe. By doing that, you'll be appreciating her, and even we will we thank you so much. We can see even from the comment section, people are thanking you. Thank you so much for the information. I'm sure that the questions that were not answered will be answered also in another interview that we will have later on. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Yes,
yeah, before we go, this is what I would like to say. I'm going to give you a challenge. Go and follow her main account, that is it's_Jolly Joy, and when she reaches 1,000 followers, she will come here again, so that we can have her come here again with her main account. So immediately she gets to 1,000 followers, we can always bring her back, and she will have researched on other jobs. You said we have also like farm jobs, right? Like those.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm going to do the homework, do the research for us, and on our site we're going to follow you until you are 1,000 followers, and then we'll bring you back here so that you can share with us that information.
Yes, absolutely.
How do they say
good
night in Japanese language, Joy?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I only know konnichiwa. Konnichiwa is hello. That's good night. I'm still finding.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much. I hope people have taken their information. Please go apply for these jobs. Yes, and if you are stuck, maybe you can always ask me a question and I'll try my best to respond.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. That's Asante. You've saved the day for helping us with the account. We cannot repay you. much, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in. Those who gifted our guests, we're so grateful. Until next time, good night.
Okay, good night.
Okay, tokeni, sitaki kuwafungia.
kick. Kick.